Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Kimani Ichung'wah, the majority leader in the National Assembly and the team leader from Kenya Kwanza, today announced that the dialogue between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio will officially begin on 9th of August 2023, which is on Wednesday. But I have bad news for you Kenyans. Those talks are going to collapse. They are not going to go anywhere. Those talks are just a waste of time. And this is why. Number one, there is the Mount Kenya factor in these talks. William Ruto cannot trade Mount Kenya for these talks. Let's face it. Without Mount Kenya, William Ruto is a nobody. William Ruto has been in Mount Kenya, now this is the third day. But one thing is clear from his visit in the mountain, that the residents who voted for William Ruto are not willing to engage Azimio in these talks. And because this is the core support base of William Ruto, there is no way he's going to give in to those talks. Politics is normally a game of numbers, perceived or real. If you go to the IBC figures of 2022, William Ruto got close to 2.9 million votes from the mountain. In Rift Valley, he got 1.6. So which means without Mount Kenya, Ruto is nowhere. And because of that Mount Kenya factor and the votes, William Ruto cannot there, unless William Ruto is assured that Raila Odinga is going to go into these talks, and then at the end of the day, Raila Odinga is going to support him. Then he can risk. The other reason why he cannot do that is the Rigathi Gachagwa's factor, again, just in the Mount Kenya region. You see, Rigathi Gachagua believes very strongly that he will easily inherit Mount Kenya. And that's why yesterday he declared William Ruto as the kingpin of the mountain. He hopes that Yangu Kumi, ikiisha, William Ruto will do the needful and will support him. And because also there's the 27th general election where the mountain is going to be a factor. If Mount Kenya will be shaky, then William Ruto can risk going outside the mountain to get a running mate. So Rigathi Gachagua will ensure that the mountain is united. And as long as mountain is united, William Ruto will not dare. So these talks, if you ask me, complete waste of time. If there's any public resource which is going to be used on this, please spare Kenyans those money. Those money can be used to buy something else. And by the way, William Ruto today announced that he's going to give the residents of Mount Kenya Periton. I don't know, so that they can forget their problems. I don't know. But anyway, Mount Kenya factor cannot allow William Ruto to move on with these talks until Musho. Remember how Raila Odinga was a factor in the mountain. Number two, in my view, is Raila Odinga's demands. You know, Azimio have placed their demands on the table. Kenya Kwanza have also placed their demands on the table. The ones for Kenya Kwanza are direct. They can be easily met. But the ones from Raila Odinga's side, some of them cannot be met. The one which can be met is that of reconstitution of IBC. But there is this one of audit of the 2027 election. 2022 election. That one. And you see, that's the basis. And again, the other one which William Ruto will not agree to is any discussion about the cost of living. Ruto will not agree to it. Because Azimio will come with some proposals which are populist in nature. And because Kenya Kwanza are demanding these talks to be public, they'll play to the public gallery. And one of the issues they'll be discussing is the issue of the finance bill. You know, finance bill is so unpopular in the Republic of Kenya to an extent that Kenyans can do anything to just kick it out. But the truth is, William Ruto has also bulldozed it on Kenyans. So there's no way you can come to talks and then tell Ruto that the taxes he's placing on Kenyans, the burden, is the reason for cost of living. Well, he has told the Kenyans that by taxing them more, he will make more money available. So Raila Odinga's demand, especially on the cost of living, and that on audit of servers. What if the servers will be audited? And let's say, just for the sake of it, that the audit proves that indeed Raila Odinga won. What next? Who would want to go that direction? Again, even the legitimacy of William Ruto's presidency will be in question. So, because of those demands by Azimio, I think those two specific demands, Kenya Kwanza government will not allow. The third factor why these talks will never succeed, and get it from me, is Uhuru Kenyatta factor. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta is a former president of the Republic of Kenya, the fourth president. Uhuru Kenyatta had the powers to make Raila Odinga the president. But Uhuru Kenyatta was lied to. He was played. He lost power to Ruto. Up to this stage, William Ruto's government has really frustrated Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is waiting for that day of revenge. And remember, the Kenyatta family are also under attack. So which means the Kenyatta family would also want a situation where they revenge. So I'm sure, and 100% sure, that if it's about resources, Uhuru Kenyatta will be ready to pump resources in Azimio to just continue where they are. He's going to support Azimio because Uhuru Kenyatta's family are some of the richest families in Africa and indeed in the world. So which means money is not an issue for them. Their issue would be the frustrations they're facing. So unless Uhuru Kenyatta will be the one pushing, or unless Uhuru Kenyatta is the one pushing for these talks from behind, there's no way you can convince me that Azimio, because there is no Azimio without Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is the uniting factor in Azimio. So if Uhuru Kenyatta wants these talks, they will move. But if Uhuru Kenyatta doesn't want them, and is still the chief of Azimio, never. Those talks will never, ever succeed. Number 4, why the talks are going to collapse, is Kenya Kwanza hidden cards. You know, Kenya Kwanza are going into these talks with some cards on the table, some cards under the table. Kenya Kwanza are keen on trapping Azimio into these talks. They're not playing all their cards, and Azimio are watching them. And because of that, these talks are not going to succeed. What Kenya Kwanza are trying to portray, number 1, is that Azimio are interested in handshake. You know, you can't sing the song of handshake all along. Azimio are saying publicly, they're not hiding, they are saying publicly that for us, we want to go to the talks, the issue of handshake out. Azimio are saying it publicly. So which means Kenya Kwanza cannot force Azimio with that handshake politics. But handshake politics is good for them. Yeah, so they want to portray Azimio as power hungry. To understand that, probably they'll go into these talks. Because if you look at the demands by Kenya Kwanza, what are the demands? What are Kenya Kwanza issues Kenya Kwanza raised? One of them, office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. The other one, office of the official opposition. The other one is the CDF. The other issue they are raising is the two-third gender rule. Those are positions. From Azimio side, none. So they want to go into these talks. Like, for example, they are now saying that they want the talks to be held in some places, not hotels. I'm sure Azimio would even be interested in hosting these talks at Jivanje, or at Jacaranda, or even at Kamukunji. Yeah, but they want to use these talks to achieve certain objectives. One of the objectives they intend to achieve is that they'll push for the talks, then Azimio will join the talks, and then they'll mark time. By doing that, it means the momentum for the demonstrations, which was actually the cause of the dialogue, will go down. And therefore, they can pull out anytime. So for me, because of that, Never. The fifth reason why this cannot happen, why the talks will collapse, is the beneficiaries of the chaos. You know, the people who benefit when Raila Odinga and William Ruto are fighting. There are several. Those people cannot allow Ruto and Raila to work together. They are both sides. There are those people from Raila's side who benefit when there's this kind of chaos. On Ruto's side, there are also those who benefit politically. Like the mountain, if Raila Odinga and Ruto are working together, what will be their agenda? You see, like Ruto goes to the mountain with his brigades, and Ruto is in terms with Raila Odinga. What do you think they can tell their residents there? Again, even on Azimio's side, there are those who would want Raila Odinga and Ruto to just be like this, so that they make the loudest noise. And lastly, why these talks are going to collapse is what I normally refer to as the handshake effect. You see, Raila Odinga lost his people's president, in quotes, credentials or reform credentials because of the alleged handshake. William Ruto spent all his years campaigning against the handshake. 5 good years. He told the mountain how that handshake was the reason why everything collapsed in the Republic of Kenya. Yesterday, I saw him being interviewed on was it Inor? I don't know. And he was like, the reason why the state of economy is like this is because of the war in Ukraine, the COVID-19. When he was campaigning, those were not the causes of the problems we are facing as a country. The problems we are facing as a country were 2, Raila and Uhuru. So that handshake that handshake aftermath, even Raila Odinga said will not agree to have a handshake, because as long as there is a failure on Kenya Kwanza, it would be easy for Raila Odinga to carry that burden the way he carried Jubilee burden. I don't know what you think. Do you think these talks are going to head anywhere? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.